Internet, this is Z here. In today's video, I want to talk about a really nifty feature that just dropped in Google's AI-powered notebook application called NotebookLM. And NotebookLM is something that's been around since last year, Q3. It's an AI notebook, and what I mean by that is it's a way that you can drop a whole bunch of documents into what they call a notebook. So in this example, I have pulled out whatever I could find online that was publicly available by this famous philosopher called Wittgenstein. And what the Notebook LM does is allows you to do things like create study guides, briefing documents, and to help you learn and digest lots of information. So it could be PDFs, could be presentations, whatever that has text in it. And while this is not super groundbreaking, because a few months before this was even released in March, I did write an article about how you can use Python with a library called Llama Index and OpenAI's API to build your own natural language Q&A, where I think in this particular one, I scraped a bunch of YouTube videos and use OpenAI's API and Llama Index to build like a natural language query. What this application does is it simplifies it, so you don't have to have any knowledge of programming. And another thing that this thing now does a lot better is it allows you to do sort of a citation. So what was Wittgenstein's key ideas? And if you ask this question in the earlier version, that the article that I showed you, the problem was you get a response, but it's not always obvious where the response comes from or why the algorithm responded the way it does. Now, the nice thing is with the Notebook LM, it's got annotation. So it tells you which document that you uploaded, which passage, and it gives you the details, and that's quite useful. Now, this is not totally new or groundbreaking, because even OpenAI sometime in October allowed users to upload documents. So you could do the same thing in today's ChatGPT. Now, the part that is really interesting is what they've done is they've taken the AI voice cloning tech, which you can see demonstrated in another platform called 11 Labs. So basically, how do you make robot voices that sound really realistic? And they've incorporated that into quite an interesting, nifty feature. So what it is you can do an audio overview. And an audio overview is like a little podcast between two people, or air quotes people, and they talk about all the documents that you've put in and they summarize it. So let's have a quick listen.
Welcome to your deep dive into the world of Ludwig Wittgenstein. We're going to be taking a look at your stack of sources on this philosophical heavyweight.
Wow.
Conference proceedings, excerpts from his later works, even analyses of his impact across different fields. You've really gone deep. Get ready to think differently, because Wittgenstein is, well, he's famous for making people question everything they thought they knew about language.
What's fascinating about Wittgenstein is that his influence, it goes way beyond just academic philosophy.
Oh, yeah.
So as you can hear, it is surprisingly quite realistic, because this almost sounds like two actual people talking about all these different documents. There are a couple of limitations though, because you cannot edit what they say. You can, however, delete and regenerate another audio overview, but you don't have a lot of control on how long the length of that audio clip is, and you can't make them say specific things. But it's all in service of being helping you digest lots of information in a friendly format. And I've tried to do the same thing even with a whole bunch of documents about public procurement policies in the UK. And that's because I work in a procurement function. I thought it'd be interesting. It's a rather dry topic, but they've created a bit of a podcast format that is relatively interesting. Let's have a quick listen.
AI seems to be popping up everywhere these days. But how is it actually being used in the world of government contracts?
It's a good question. This document dives into how some suppliers are starting to use AI during the bidding process.
It's really fascinating stuff, I have to say. So, look, I was going to actually branch out from a YouTube channel into a podcast, but I think with this, I begin to wonder whether or not the robots have cornered the market. I think that's all I had for you today. So, if you enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to hit subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.